Welcome back to Battle of the All-Stars 2019 here from Hatfield, Pennsylvania. Gretchen Little here with Betty Jesseret. Betty, what have we got in store?
We have California, the number 8 seed, against Pennsylvania, the number 4 seed.
Oh, all good things come to those who wait. It's been a rough and tumble day, lots of great action. And I tell you, after watching California play this afternoon, Pennsylvania's got their hands full.
They do, but Pennsylvania, they have been playing this tournament for years. They have won it many, many times. And, just the past 2 years it's been it's gone to New York, so they're hungry. They want to win this one.
Yeah, and it's going to be a fast-paced, hard-hitting game. No question about that. Officiating this slugfest, head referee is Jacques Strapp. Inside pack, Stray Taco. Jam refs, Lone Bone, William Skate Spear, OPRs, Shanksy, Holly Krampus, Scruff McDuff, and the alternate will be Kitty. Jam timing will be Pinky and the Brawn. Scoreboard operator Bob Thomas Prime. Scorekeeper Scarleg O'Hara. Brady Punch. Penalty box manager is Big Brad Wolf. Penalty box timers are Accidental Doll and Lilo and Stitches. Who's playing for California, Betty?
For California, we have number 116, Bone Crusher. 16, Rocky Road Rash. 138, Patty Hearst. 1729, Lucille Balls. 21, Corona Slammer. 215, Boogogi. 247, PMS. 33, Killer V. 4, Mad for Gravy. 5, Villain. 50, She-Ra Badass. 504, Wheeziana Slammer. 5150, Unleash Amore. 6, Daimon. 626, Maddie Masochist. 69, Yannick the Hedgehog. 707, Terratots. 76 Dutch Crunch, and 88 Bell Ringer. And
for Pennsylvania, Gorth, Olive Havoc, Zora, Evil Beauty, Captain Gorgeous, V Diva, Crank, Sophia, Buenos Dias, Bomber, Stark Raven, Tomb Schrader, Built to Spill, Devoid of Mercy, a name we've heard many times, maybe not in Pennsylvania. Reptar will be skating for the Pennsylvania All-Stars tonight. Little Loca, Danny Savage, Teflon Donna, Thumper, and a Russian Bayou. And this is going to be interesting.
Going to be very exciting. A lot of Philly skaters on that Pennsylvania roster.
Yeah, it's a Philly-heavy team, but Brandywine represented, Black Rose Rollers from Hanover, Pennsylvania, Steel City from Pittsburgh, and we are underway. Here we go with Olive Havoc, first jammer for Pennsylvania, taking on Maddie Masochist for California. Olive at the front of the pack now, 2 to beat, but those two are pretty concentrated.
Maddie working her way through the back.
Yep, Maddie getting face-to-face now.
Olive out first.
And, yep, that was number 66, Little Loca, holding off Maddie Masochist. Olive Havoc talked with her in the hotel lobby, actually, this morning, and she told me she was a little bit nervous about being number 1 jammer for Pennsylvania, but she gets the first lead of the game on a scoring trip now, and Maddie Masochist still being held by a determined Pennsylvania defense.
Yeah, they're really doing a great job of holding steady up there at the front, and
yeah, that's gorgeous.
It's slow moving.
That's anchoring that tripod. Coming in now for some offense. Can you see who that is, Betty, for California?
Looks like it might be Pia.
Yeah.
215. No, so that'll be Boogogi from Angel City.
Boogogi had a really solid pack game earlier today as California dispatched the Louisiana All-Stars. The pack is really kind of winning this jam right now, but Olive Havoc with points in her pocket is going to try this California defense again. Holding in the inside line, Killer V forces Olive to the outside, and that will be the 4-point pass. That's the most you can get in 2019, Betty.
That's right. No more 5 in the sky.
Yeah, well, we will adapt.
We will.
The game continues. Oh, look at Olive staying on the feet, but then Bugogi finishes her off, and 2 more go up. Pennsylvania 6, California 0 after our first jam. No penalties in that first jam, but 2 composed teams in the early going.
A lot of seasoned skaters represented here on the track in this game.
Isn't that the truth? Okay, we're ready to go. Jam number 2, and jamming for Pennsylvania is Reptar, taking the number 2 spot.
And I think we have Yannick.
It's Tara Tots. Yeah, Tara Tots fighting the pack. It's 2 straight leads now for Pennsylvania. Tara is upended by Teflon Donna, or at least not upended.
Last one to beat, makes it through.
Yep, and Reptar is going to take the 4, and she's going to say that's enough.
We're done.
That's we didn't see much of that in the earlier games, a lot of long jams.
Yeah.
But I think now this is the first quarterfinal game of Battle of the All-Stars 2019.
We're going to see a lot more of that strategy in order to keep the points differential as separated as possible.
Exactly, because unlike, a lot of tournament play in the WFTDA, here at the Battle of the All-Stars, it is entirely just win, baby. And Evil Beauty is through first for Pennsylvania. Evil Beauty skating out of Brandywine roller derby.
And that is Yannick for California in this jam.
Yeah, they're getting the business by Russian Bayou and then finished off by V Diva. Evil Beauty quickly through on the initial trip.
Flurry of activity up there at the front trying to hold back Evil Beauty.
Yeah, Evil's got, nice move, dodging inside for 4. And now Yannick the Hedgehog is going to try to escape on the initial pass, and they do. Okay, that'll prompt the call-off. 4 more for Pennsylvania, and so far California blanked. 18-0 in favor of Pennsylvania. I don't know if you know this, Betty, but Spank Alley provides us with the only fully adjustable roller derby armbands on the market. And they also ship worldwide. Check them out at www.spankalley.com.au.
All right.
Yeah, some of the derby groups that I peruse from time to time are they are anti-Sharpie. It's 2019.
Yes.
Get an armband.
Don't ruin those nice white jerseys.
Exactly. Buenos Dias now jamming for Pennsylvania. Rocky Road Rash with the star for California, and we have our first jammer penalty. Cutting the track is the call on Buenos Dias. Power Jam California. Oh, gorgeous. Just flattening Rocky Road Rash. There's going to be a little road rash after that hit, but it was clean.
California trying to contain that blocker, and that is Built to Spill.
Yeah, Built to Spill, just a real solid addition to Philly for the last several years. Maybe not, Philly, of course, a known grinding pack work team.
Yes.
And so, how about Buenos Dias being released from the penalty box, almost able to pull the tightrope on the inside. Now we'll go outside. That's an initial trip. First jammer out of the pack, even though she spent 30 seconds in the box.
Yep. So lead, I believe, is still up for grabs for Rocky Road Rash.
Lead is certainly open, but points going up for Pennsylvania. Boy, what looked at the beginning, big hit now, taking off the star Rocky Road Rash, but Thumper also out of Brandywine coming in and really laying down the law in turn 4. Another 4 points going up for Pennsylvania.
And Brandywine is one of those newer leagues where they really very quickly stepped up their game. A lot of great talent coming out of there.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah, it was interesting to watch a couple of years ago when they climbed to the heights that many WFTDA leagues would maybe, I don't know if they're going to do a human sacrifice, but maybe they'd sacrifice a goat or something.
Yeah. An iPhone.
Yeah. Sorry, those of you animal lovers out there, I really was stretching for that one, and I didn't mean to offend anybody. Maybe
because we do need goats for goat yoga.
Exactly. Goats. I love feta cheese and goat cheese too. But in any event, yeah, like you were saying, Betty, the Brandywine, they were not on the scene that long before they were playing in the then D2 finals of the WFTDA championships. So, all right, 12:57 to go in the first period, and California taking a timeout, needing to talk things over. They're not out of this game yet.
They're not. They have a lot of folks on a team called Misery Loves Company, which has historically had a lot of pickup experience, and so that has really served them well earlier in the tournament, and it has the chance to really help them out in this game, too.
That's right. All right, jam number 5 is almost underway. Here we go. Olive Havoc with the star for Pennsylvania, and coming in almost through on the inside is Louisiana Slamma for California, but Wheezy can't seal the deal. Gets knocked to the inside. Olive Havoc right back into the pack, knocked outside by Villain. Now V Diva is popping Louisiana Slammer, teaming up with Russian Bayou, and
that's not a pack I want to face.
Number 44 Tomb Trader. No, there are years of D1 extended playoff experience there. It's showing right now. But Louisiana Slammer trying to sneak to the inside on turn 3, but V Diva closes the door.
And the star comes off for Louisiana. Looks like we're going to try a pass if the moment's right.
Okay, well, the pivot for California holding the hand behind, that's Daimon. And meanwhile, Olive Havoc's really doing a lot of the scoring on her own. Her pack is just really wrapping up. Oh, no, dear. What is the call? Jam referee isn't continuing with the hand signal, so we're going to have to speculate on the call on Olive Havoc, but all of a sudden,
Daimon's out.
Yeah, California in a position to put points up and get off the schneid. There goes Daimon. That's 4. First 4 for the California All-Stars.
And Daimon trying to call it off, realizes the situation, and gets right back in there.
Absolutely. She probably said, all right, this could be as good as this gets.
Yeah.
Okay, Daimon with 4 more, and we're really making this situation pay off. Only 5 seconds left in the jam. Olive Havoc is sprung from the penalty box, but she's not going to be able to put anything else onto the scoreboard. And so this is going to end an 8-8 jam. Very profitable for California after that star pass.
Yeah, both teams with points now, an even jam. This might be the motivation that really helps give some wind underneath Team California's wings.
That's right. We're playing 20-minute games today, or 40-minute games, 20-minute periods. So we're not even halfway through this first period. Reptar with the star for Pennsylvania. Maddie Masochist for California, and California has now gotten lead.
The first
jammer.
lead of the game
Yes.
for them.
That is correct, Betty. And Maddie Masochist. Oh, and it's a power jam.
Yeah, for California.
No, well, we spoke too soon. William
We did.
Skatespear, the jam ref, is calling Reptar back on the track. But meanwhile, Maddie Masochist in lead. Reptar firing through. That was a scoring trip.
Yeah, it looks like California might be trying to run this one long.
Well, yeah, you got to shake things up.
Yeah, you
one
gotta
would think.
you gotta see how do we change up the game? How do we take people out of their own headspace? How do we make it our game? And
Well, and points do go up for California. 4, 3 more for Pennsylvania, though. Reptar able to get 2 scoring trips. California's going to start this next jam with a 4-3 pack advantage as Teflon Donna sitting in the penalty box for Pennsylvania. And we're looking through the pack to see who our next jammers are.
Sounds like Maddie Masochist.
Yes. No, it's Tara
Oh,
Tots.
Tara Tot. Yep.
Tara
And
Tots.
Evil Beauty.
Okay, Evil Beauty lead is still open. Tara Tots decided to take the position over the status, and it appears to be a wise decision as Evil Beauty is recycled into the pack. Now she's leading and immediately calls off the jam, but points will go up.
They will. California looks like they will be getting 4.
Okay.
So full scoring pass.
That's right, and now it's going to be a light pack as Pennsylvania with 2 blockers in the penalty box,
And
California with 1. It's Yannick the Hedgehog for California jamming against, I believe that's Buenos Dias for Pennsylvania. Yannick representing Monterey.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice part of the world.
It is.
And Buenos Dias representing Philadelphia. That's a darn nice part of the world, too. A little bit different. And Buenos Dias does get lead jammer now. Yannick taken outside by Teflon Donna, who was released from the penalty box. This is another one of those packs that might strike fear into the heart of a jammer. V-Diva, Teflon Donna, and Russian Bayou. 4 more going up for Buenos Dias.
Yannick with the stash, but it looks like they are going to go for a pass, and they've made it through.
Okay, so both jammers in scoring position, and it is a power jam going to California. Buenos Dias is going to have to sit down, and so here we go. California's got another shot at it with 53 seconds to go in this jam, the only jammer on the track. Yannick going straight up against V-Diva, and that's not a pleasant experience, I would think, Betty.
Nope.
Yeah, and getting some help again from Russian Bayou and Teflon Donna. Now there's a bump by 21. Crank that.
And there's been a star pass to Daimon from Yannick on the California side.
Interesting. Daimon was pretty successful with the star on the last time she
pass.
received it. Now Buenos Dias is back out of the penalty box and looking for some help from Russian Bayou, but she is taken back by Killer V. Back to turn 3. Now the jam will time out. We got to look to see. Okay, 4 points for California, 7 going up for Pennsylvania. Time to talk about 187 Killer Pads. They've been designing and constructing pads for top professional athletes for the past decade. Started by a longtime skater in a family-owned upholstery shop, 187 Killer Pads has since become the preferred choice of skaters worldwide. Maybe you should give them a try. Who do we have on the line, Betty?
We have Rocky Road Rash for California and Olive Havoc for Pennsylvania.
Okay, Pennsylvania going with kind of a modified 5-jammer rotation in the early going. This is Olive Havoc's 3rd time with the star. And going low, as she is wont to do, lead jammer going to Pennsylvania. Olive Havoc from the Black Rose Rollers in control. Olive now fighting again on the first scoring trip and able to out-juke the California defense. Meanwhile,
Rocky Road Rash whipping around the outside.
Yeah, Rocky is now being addressed by Built to Spill up at the front, but able to get through. now in scoring position. And Sophia for Pennsylvania is sent to the penalty box. California on the good side will be starting with a pack advantage. On the downside, they did not score in that jam. Pennsylvania putting up 6 more. What do you see that that California may be able to exploit, if anything, in what Pennsylvania is doing right now, Betty?
I think if California, if they get their pivot out in front and can really capitalize on those quick starter passes when or if Pennsylvania gets lead in those jams, I think that's really one thing that could strategically help them in this.
Well, they're going against Reptar, who made her bones with arch rival, now skating for Philly. Maddie Masochist, boy,
that was a great jammer on blocker hit.
Oh, thumper now, trying to hold on, and that might be an illegal contact penalty. She was out of play, but wow, that was a statement play nonetheless.
Yes, it was. And we've got a match set going to the penalty box, blocker from each team.
That's right, and cutting the track now is the call on Reptar. So Maddie Masochist.
Power jam for California.
Yes. Let's see how they solidify their offense, because you know Pennsylvania is going to solidify their defense. 2 minutes and 51 seconds to go in this first period. And
Maddie Masochist out and has collected 4 points.
That's right. Reptar now standing in the penalty box, and we've got 40 seconds left in the jam. I mean, you know, one of the things, if you watch a lot of roller derby, you hear a lot of people like me say, oh, that skater lives up to their name. But I got to say, Maddie Masochist really lives up to her name, because she just throws herself into the middle of the pack and gets more contact than almost any jammer I've ever seen. And it just doesn't seem to faze her.
Yeah, she knows how to lay those hits and make an impact without taking all that force on herself.
Yeah,
solid hits.
It really is something to watch. It's a unique jamming style, quite effective. Certainly effective against Louisiana earlier. Reptar was released from the penalty box, able to put up 8 on the jam. Maddie Masochist with 7 for California.
Yeah, these jam scores are starting to even out a bit, so we might have a very interesting second half.
You know it. 888 is one of the sponsors of our BOTAS 2019 live stream. Derby isn't your typical sport. It's more like a carefully choreographed mosh pit on wheels, and that's why 888 is here to make protective gear specially designed for those who lay it out on the track. Who do we have with the star now, Betty?
We've got Louisiana Slammer for California and Evil Beauty for Pennsylvania. Evil Beauty out first.
Evil Beauty rocketing out quickly. 1:40 left on the jam clock, already on a scoring trip. And now Louisiana Slammer getting the business from Gorgeous in the back of the pack. Here comes Evil Beauty looking for more and dodging that contact. Boy, Pennsylvania firing on all cylinders in this first period. 35 seconds to go now, and California's had quite frankly, had a very difficult time getting their jammers out.
Yeah, Dutch Crunch has the star now, I think, after a pass.
Yes, you are correct. And 20 seconds left now on the period clock, so this may well be the final jam, and that is going to do it. 11 for Evil Beauty of Pennsylvania, 0 for California, so it's a 50-point lead right now, and here goes the period clock. That will do it, Betty. We are at intermission. Pennsylvania 70, California 27. We also want to thank Stakeware. Protect yourself from impact. Contact wear for full contact and action sports. You can check them out at www.stakeswear.com. Betty, thoughts on the first period?
I know that California knew going in that Pennsylvania was going to be really solid on their defense. They were going to hit, and they were going to keep hitting. So that's one thing that that has come to fruition here.
Well, they absorbed the blow. They're down by 50. It's certainly not out of the question.
Absolutely.
They're going to have a chance to talk about it. We're going to have a chance to talk about it. Hopefully, you will come back and join us for the second period of this final Game 9 on day 1, the first quarterfinal match of the Battle of the All-Stars 2019. Thanks for joining in for game number 9 of Battle of the All-Stars 2019. This is Gretchen Little with Betty Jesseret. We are bringing you the second half now of Pennsylvania versus California. It is the number 8 seed California versus the number 4 seed Pennsylvania, the first quarterfinal match. Betty, California's had a chance to regroup a little bit, think about maybe taking some different strategies. What do you think we're going to see in the second period?
I think we're going to see tighter helmet cover passes. I think that we're going to see more offense from California. There's no getting around the fact that Pennsylvania is just so strong at defense. But again, there's that pickup experience on the California side, and they seem to have been adjusting in this the first half.
Yeah, get in there and get disruptive on offense.
Yes.
I think that's something that California is certainly going to want to do. Again, when you talk about the makeup of these teams, it is interesting. The Misery Loves Company is probably the number 1 affiliation league for the California All-Stars. And unquestionably, Philly Roller Derby is the number 1 affiliated team for the Pennsylvania All-Stars.
More than half of the skaters are Philly on Team PA.
Well, and as you know, I mean, Philly's defensive mindset is kind of legendary, really, in the WFTDA, and we're seeing it right now. We're ready to go now, 70-27 in favor of Pennsylvania. But first up, Maddie Masochist pushing the front of the pack for California, and we've got a lead jammer for the California All-Stars.
Olive Havoc taking off the star, looking to do a pass. Maddie's already scoring.
That's the first time that Olive has not gotten lead in this game. Now completing the initial trip, Maddie Masochist with 4, and we'll play it safe, call off the jam. Well, 19 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Plenty of time, Betty.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and well done for California to come out at halftime and immediately assert themselves. We've got Tara Tots on the line now for Jam 2, and she'll be taking on Reptar for Pennsylvania. It's a 4-3 pack advantage for California. And we definitely do see some offensive assistance coming in early from California. You were right, Betty. This is 2 straight lead jams for California. Reptar is through now and being released from the penalty box now is...
Tara Tots gets those points and calls it quick.
Yeah, Devoid of Mercy was finally released from the penalty box. 2 straight 4-0 jams for the California All-Stars. We could be seeing a new attitude here.
Yeah, they may have had that halftime Coke.
That's right. Yannick the Hedgehog now with the star. And Evil Beauty, I believe, for Pennsylvania. We will confirm that in just a second. But here we go. Jam number 3. California putting the foot down a little bit to start this second period. Yep, it's Evil Beauty and Yannick. Oh, Yannick is called. Oh no, they were not called off. Their momentum took them out of bounds on turn 2, but no clear advantage for either jammer right now, Betty.
That's correct. We're a quarter of the way through this jam, and we just got a lead jammer with Yannick for California.
Yeah, that's 3 straight. It's a sort of a tale of 2 periods right now, as California is starting to speed up the pack and take advantage of what Pennsylvania might give. That's another 4-0 jam, and can you come back on a 50-point lead 4 points at a time? No doubt you can. Yes,
definitely. It's a lot of 4 points at a time, but
yes,
you can do it.
It's 13 jams is what it will take, but we've been seeing 13 jams in these 20-minute periods, so it's certainly within the California wheelhouse. Now we got Rocky Road Rash with the star for California.
California with the pack advantage here, full strength.
That's right, Danny Savage now from State College Roller Derby just rejoining the action. Buenos Dias breaks the streak of 3 straight California leads, but Rocky Road Rash is on her tail, and the pack is speeding up to blistering speed. Quick call off, and it's a 2-0 win for California.
That pack speed strategy really worked out on that last one.
Yeah, I think, obviously, there was a lot of strategic evaluation going on at halftime.
Yes.
Because, the speeding of the pack, the immediate offense that we're seeing now from California is really something they were not doing so much. Okay, now, Olive Havoc. Olive Havoc's called for a forearm.
Louisiana Slammer is the only jammer on the track.
Olive Havoc maybe thought the going was a little too easy on that outside straightaway, and the forearm penalty may have been why. It is a power jam, and Pennsylvania now focusing on defense. Wheezy's bumped outside by V-Diva. V-Diva, Gorgeous now getting involved in the action.
And in general, we're seeing much faster packs this half than we have in the first half.
Yeah, California's immediately getting involved on offense. There we see Villain trying to make some room, open up some space, but Pennsylvania did kill this penalty quite effectively. Olive Havoc is out. Ooh, she's got to watch that one. That could almost be a second forearm. Olive is through. Oh, it's a forearm going the other way.
Yep.
Yeah, Bugogi going to have to sit down for 30. Olive Havoc is through. Diamond now taking the star for California on the star pass. And that's what that Pennsylvania defense can do, is just, wear out the jammer to the point that they start looking to pass. Okay, Olive Havoc now is going to get the full 4 points. First points of the jam, 26 seconds to go in the jam, and neither jammer, lead is no longer available.
Diamond took that star as pivot, so she will be the jammer for the rest of this jam.
That's correct, and with 8 seconds to go, and Olive Havoc, boy, talk about persistence in cardiovascular conditioning to go to the penalty box, get out, score 8 unanswered points on one jam. That's a highly successful jam.
Very well done, yes.
Gotta say, yeah, Pennsylvania now stopping the California's march of unanswered jams. 4 quick ones for California, but okay, 85 to 41, 44 points.
More than 13 minutes left, so
exactly.
We'll see. We will see.
Reptar with a nice outside in move gets lead jammer for Pennsylvania. Teflon Donna at the front of the pack for Pennsylvania, working on Maddie Masochist, the jammer for California. And Teflon Donna going to the penalty box again. She's been there a lot, Betty.
She has.
You only get 5 in the 40-minute format, so we're going to be watching what happens at the end of this jam to see whether Teflon Donna is going to live to play again. 3 more going up for Pennsylvania before the jam was called. Coming up tomorrow, the other quarterfinal games are going to be quite fascinating. Colorado is going to be taking on the surprise of the tournament, that Montana All-Star team. Where'd they
upset Virginia?
Yes. Montana. I was talking with the Montana coach, and I said it's almost like for the purposes of the Battle of the All-Stars. But I'll tell that story later. Tara Tots at the front of the pack, jamming for Pennsylvania. Evil Beauty with the star, or excuse me, Tara Tots jamming for California. Evil Beauty for Pennsylvania.
Evil Beauty out first.
Evil Beauty took an inadvertent shot to the jaw, it appears, but will continue. 1 blocker in the penalty box for California, so Pennsylvania with the pack advantage for going up for Evil Beauty. And now standing in the penalty box for California, that is...
Looks like Lucille Ball.
Yeah, 116.
Or no, Bone Crusher.
Bone Crusher. Okay, Tara Tots now through the pack on the initial pass. And Evil Beauty appears to be going to run this jam. Oh, what a takeout by V Diva, Russian
all the
Bayou,
way to the back.
and Teflon Donna teaming up in the back of the pack. Pennsylvania needs Teflon Donna on the track.
Yes, she is a huge asset.
Definitely. Don't want that foul out to occur. But as she has returned to play, she obviously does not have 5 at this point. Could easily have 4. Mm-hmm. Evil Beauty going to call off the jam. 4 more going up for Pennsylvania. And okay, so that makes 12 for Pennsylvania on the jam and 2 going up for California. So despite that early push, California now basically in the same situation they were in score-wise. We have an official review being called now, Betty. What? Any thoughts on that?
Pennsylvania calling it.
Yes. Well, that gives us an opportunity to tell you about a little bit more of these wonderful live stream sponsors for BOTAS 2019. Again, Spank Alley is the only fully adjustable roller derby armbands on the market. They ship worldwide. Check them out at www.spankalley.com.au. And okay, we've got the officiating crew in the middle of the track trying to sort out the official review.
We've got dancing in the penalty box.
Yes, we do, and it's always, that's one of the little Loca in there right now, lighting up the penalty box as the penalty box timers stand by stoically. They probably want to join in, but they know that
they gotta keep it on the inside. Keep the dancing on the inside.
That's right. They can dance later. We're happy to have all of these wonderful officials helping out. Happy for be hosted by Bucksmont Roller Derby Dolls. They have just made a name for themselves with this tournament for the past 6 years.
It's smoothly run. There have been changes from year to year to make it a more exciting, a more fun tournament, and it's really been fantastic to see that evolution.
It is in a 16-team format, and people want to come, and we hope that you're enjoying watching today as well. This stream is brought to you by several wonderful sponsors. Another one is 187 Killer Pads. They've been designing and constructing pads for top professional athletes for the past decade. 187 Killer Pads continues to lead the way in raising industry standards and making protective gear better. Follow them on Instagram and on the web at www.187killerpads, all one word, .com. Okay, the officials, that is head referee, of course, one of my favorite ref names, Jacques Strepp, is communicating the result of this official review. And we may get an opportunity to hear from the alt referee in a little bit, let you know more about that.
Oh, I see the Pennsylvania coach shaking his head.
Okay, well, that's, hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right?
Absolutely. And with these official reviews, once you use them, they're gone. So why not throw it in there?
Yeah, absolutely. That was Beast for Pennsylvania, who's joined by Nikki Cash, Kesha Lader, and Wolf on the sidelines today. How about for California, Betty?
For California, we have Hex, Ranger, and Woo.
Yeah. They're not necessarily any hard and fast numbers that you have to, maintain on the bench staff for these games. So
no, it's very flexible.
It is, and that kind of makes it more fun, I think. Okay, Steel City Kitty is over here. She's going to have an opportunity to talk with Betty about what that official review was. We're back to the action. Buenos Dias is jamming for Pennsylvania. It's Yannick the Hedgehog, with the star for California. And neither jammer is getting a lot of progress right now. Yannick being handled at the front by Little Loca. And now coming on the outside, Yannick is shut down. Buenos Dias makes it through first. The lead jammer, Yannick the Hedgehog was ridden out, but the rider was Thumper. Thumper went out of bounds, and it was a low block on the call. So both jammers in scoring position, and Yannick threw first.
For a scoring pass, 4 points.
4 going up for California. Buenos Dias is caught in a California trap right now. They are holding her hostage in turn 4. Big hit on the inside now. Oh, Buenos Dias running into Killer V there, and I don't think either of them really enjoyed that experience.
No, Bone Crusher heading to the box towards the end of that jam, and we got the result of that official review.
Yeah, what happened there?
Yeah, Pennsylvania was looking for a track cut on the white jammer. There was some direction of gameplay assessed, but the original officiating stands in terms of the cut track.
Okay, so, as we can see, both teams will field a jammer in the next jam. This will be jam number 9 with 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Reptar with the star for Pennsylvania.
And Rocky Road Rash with the star for California.
Reptar is through. Reptar is lead. Rocky Road Rash with a nice outside step, but taken down there by Stark Raven. Gonna have to start again. Meanwhile, Reptar putting up 4 for the Pennsylvania All-Stars. Now V Diva is going to be called for an out-of-play block as Dutch Crunch now. We have a star pass on the California side. Dutch Crunch taking the star, running with it, coming into scoring position now. Here comes Reptar, though. And Dutch Crunch
Reptar is letting this one run.
That is correct. Still a minute to go in the jam. Reptar now with 12 on the jam. Russian Bayou and V Diva in the penalty box for Pennsylvania. And now they'll be joined by Stark Raven. And all of a sudden,
Dutch Crunch has picked up 4. He's coming back for more.
That's right. Reptar has no choice but to run this jam now, however, to try to get her blockers back on the track. 4 for both jammers right now. Reptar with 16 getting it done on her own. 8 for Dutch Crunch, though. Oh, nice defense there by Rocky Road Rash, the former jammer, showing that she knows how to block as well. Now Reptar will be awarded an additional 4 points. Okay. Oh, cutting the track penalties going against Dutch Crunch at the end of the jam. That's just kind of it's almost like the definition of bad luck there,
Yes.
Betty.
You have a power start for the other team, and they're going to have a whole 30 seconds to make that work for them.
And, nothing against Dutch Crunch, who's a wonderful player. Obviously, she's an all-star of a large state like Pennsylvania, but normally not a jammer. So took the star on a star pass, and now is going to have to stay on the track for another jam. So, California is asking for their official review right now, and I would bet, if I were going to bet any amount of money, I'd probably bet about $10 that they are asking for that penalty on Dutch Crunch to be overturned. Yes, but we don't need to we don't need to speculate any more than that. What I would like to talk to you about is 888. Derby isn't your typical sport. It's more like a carefully choreographed mosh pit on wheels. And that's why we make protective gear specifically designed for those who lay it all out on the track. Because being Derby ready is one thing, but being Derby dominant is another. Check out 888, their website, 888.com, and also find them on Instagram. California, smiles on the faces. Now that's a good thing to see, Betty. It's, of course,
it is.
This is a tournament that's kind of modified double elimination, and so there's very limited options for teams once they lose a game. So
very difficult to work.
Yes.
Back up through the bottoms of the bracket.
Yeah, we'll have a recap tomorrow morning of the standings, and the top seeds haven't even played yet. That's kind of something that bears repeating. The number 3 seed is Texas. They will be playing tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. against Tennessee. The number 2 seed is Colorado. They will be playing that upstart Montana team tomorrow at
It's going to be so exciting.
Oh, yes. Montana is for real, folks. And then the number 1 seed and the current champion of this BOTAS, champion of BOTAS 2018, New York, will be playing tomorrow against Massachusetts at 6 p.m. All right, yes. All right, so Pennsylvania has not used any of its timeouts. They already used their official review. California will have exhausted their official reviews, whether they win this one or not.
That's right, Gretchen. And they have one timeout left that they can use if they need or want that stoppage.
Sure. And Dutch Crunch is sitting patiently in the penalty box. That's got to be sort of a frustrating feeling for a pivot turned jammer.
However, this does give somebody who isn't usually a jammer a little bit of a break, a little bit of breather, regroup, and get that strategy in place for what you're going to do when you hit back onto the track.
That's a very good point, Betty. Yeah, you use that time productively, psychologically, if nothing else, but strategically also.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, whatever the California coaching staff came up with is must be a legitimate concern, because this ref crew is taking it very seriously right now.
Yeah, they. It's the last game of the day, and I don't think they just want to hang out for nothing.
Right. So hats off to Hex and Ranger and Wu to come up with a creative and plausible challenge. Again, whatever the specific theoretical basis of the challenge, I would presume that they're trying to spring Dutch Crunch from the penalty box. We're going to see whether that was successful. as the decision has been made. Steel City Kitty, our alternative ref, will be coming over and explaining that in just a second, but she's sitting down, and so is Dutch Crunch. So I'm going to theorize that the review was denied.
Yes, assuming that it was about the penalty, but I think that is a pretty good take.
Yeah, it's a power jam start now. Zora with the star for Pennsylvania. Zora representing Steel City.
And this
roller
is Zora's
derby.
first jam this game.
Yes. Also known as Gillespie. She is through. She is lead. She is in scoring position. Standing in the penalty box is Dutch Crunch now for California. She's released. Zora is through for 4 points, and she looks over to the bench staff. They ask her to take another round. Ooh, Zora into the pack hard, and this could be a back block, but Lone Bone, the jam referee, makes this call, and Gillespie's going to have to sit down. Zora with points perhaps in the pocket, but this is going to be another power jam in favor of California.
And Dutch Crunch has passed the star to Louisiana Slamma.
Yeah, the bench staff for California obviously making sure that they had a more accustomed, let's say, jammer ready to take that star with the pivot stripe. Now, of course, Pennsylvania is able to show off that defense again, built to spill, really working positionally.
Really eating up all of that backward space the moment that jammer is trying to get a little bit of speed.
Yeah, and then passing off the defense to V Diva, who uses the blocking style very well to knock Wheezy to the outside of the outside straightaway. The penalty is over. The penalty is killed by Pennsylvania. The jam time expires at 2 minutes, and one more point goes up for the Pennsylvania All-Stars. They have 133, California with 56. And once again, we want to thank Steakware for sponsoring the live stream here at Battle of the All-Stars 2019. Protect yourself from impact. Contact ready for Action Sports. Check them out at www.stakeswear.com. Who do we have jamming now, Betty?
We've got Maddie Masochist, and it looks like she's out first for California. And then on the Pennsylvania side, we have Evil Beauty.
Okay, Evil Beauty is through as well. Maddie Masochist in the lead position, however. With 3 minutes to go, you got to wonder, do you call it or do you just run it? Maddie Masochist is going to run it and trust her defense. And Bugogi now trying to nudge in, shoulder in on Evil Beauty, but Evil Beauty shrugs off the hit.
Maddie has a really nice work through the inside line to get through for those 4 points.
That's right, and now both teams picking up penalties as Evil Beauty making it through. Oh my God, the hits are coming fast and furious in the straightaway right now.
You get a hit, and you get a hit.
That was Sophia on the Pennsylvania side, but duking it out equally effectively was Patty Hurst for California. 40 minutes to go in the jam, and this thing could end up, we might need a ring and a bell if it keeps up like that.
Exactly.
Maddie Masochist winning the jam right now with 12 on the board. Evil Beauty with 8, and the jam is called by Maddie. Maddie gets an additional 2 points, so 3 points, excuse me. So California wins the jam 15-11.
Hey, any amount of winning is going to be helpful for them.
Exactly, and that's kind of how you have to look at it. We talked about how do you use your time in the penalty box and be productive psychologically. It's the same thing with a situation like this. It's going to happen. How do you react?
Exactly.
Buenos Dias now jamming. This could be the final jam of this game, number 9. Tara Tots with the star for California. And Tara is working alone. She's through, but she's called for the cut. Guessed wrong as far as the position of the other Pennsylvania blockers.
Buenos Dias with an apex jump to clear the rest of the pack.
And did you notice that she was able to grab Teflon Donna's jersey to stay in bounds? Amazing teamwork there by the Philly skaters on this Pennsylvania All-Stars team. Oh, and that's another big hit on California's side. That was Killer V taking Buenos Dias to the apex between turns 1 and 2. We have 26 seconds now to go on the period clock. Buenos Dias has points, but has not had them awarded yet.
Tara Tots is out.
That is correct. Okay, 4 now going up
here
for Buenos Dias.
Oh, squeaks through the inside.
Very nice by Tara Tots, showing that good balance and forward momentum. All right, the period clock has expired, so this game will be over either when the jam is called or when the jam clock expires. Oh, and it's not going to be when the jam is called because Buenos Dias is called for a penalty.
We're getting maximum derby from this jam.
Exactly. It's like the end of the toothpaste tube. You're
Yes.
squeezing every little bit. Tara Tots now working at the back against Thumper, and Thumper has to let her go, and Tara Tots fights through, and that talk about a win in the in the psychological perspective. Tara Tots throws up a 12-4 jam to end this game.
What a beautiful fight to the finish for Team California.
Yes, definitely. That was no doubt about it. They came out. They really started to show a little bit of a change of momentum at the beginning of the second period.
Yeah, that halftime strategizing, I think that got them back in the game. And of course, there's so much experience on the PA side.
Sure, and it's a question as we'll see as the tournament goes on. People are going to make a move, and then you have to counter it, and it's a run, and then another run, and but California ending on a positive note, no doubt about it. So that's going to serve them well for the rest of the day.
And this was, the first quarterfinal game. This is the first highly seeded team that California has been playing against. So really kind of getting them into the groove of playing these higher level teams in the tournament. We'll see what comes from them in a couple days, actually, because neither of these teams play tomorrow.
That is an interesting point. Yeah, it's just kind of the way the bracket works. After you get out of the, because there's so many teams here, there are many other games because this tournament structure will award a place to each team as they leave. So, as we said, the surprise of the tournament so far is the number 14 seed Montana that's taken down Ohio and Virginia and will be playing against the number 2 seed Colorado tomorrow at 12 noon. Here we have the laps of love being taken by Pennsylvania and California. We will be back after we have an opportunity to converse with our venue announce crew and award MVPs for this game. Thank you so much for watching day 1 of the Battle of the All-Stars 2019.
The MVP for the California versus Pennsylvania game here at BOTAS. And congratulations. It's not very often that, maybe not. It's nice to see blockers. Yes, get the MVP. Yes. And how do you feel about the game? What did you feel given that this was the first quarterfinal game, a different pace from the rest of the tournament?
Yeah, PA was a very, very hard team. They came out from the very beginning, holding us. Our jammers were struggling in the pack, but we found our groove. Blockers worked really, really hard. Jammers trusted our blockers. We trusted our jammers. It was difficult, but we feel like we won, even though the score is a little different. We took each jam in stride, and we capitalized on the little things on the track. So it was a lot of fun. As a blocker, it was tough. They're very, very strong, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Pennsylvania historically a very strong blocking team, and you folks were able to work with that and to come into this first game against a higher seed team and really show your stuff. Yeah. Great job. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Hi there, Gretchen Little here with most valuable player for the Pennsylvania All-Stars, Buenos Dias. How are you, Buenos Dias?
I'm feeling great. I can't believe it's only Thursday night. We still have a few more days to go, but I'm feeling wonderful.
Well, you started with Brandywine. You moved not that far to Philadelphia. How many talented Derby players are there in this eastern Pennsylvania area?
I mean, as you can see, a lot. I just feel so grateful to have the opportunity to have so much wonderful Derby be so close within driving distance of where I live. I know that some folks around the country don't have that privilege to drive a few miles and get so close to some amazing Derby.
Yeah, well, we saw lots of them playing today. One thing I wanted to say, it was very, your team, Pennsylvania, came out strong, took control of the game. At the beginning of the second period, California punched back. How did you deal with that?
Oh, that's a great point. We did see the first few jams. They were starting to really speed up the pack. We noticed that one of their strengths is they definitely try to go with the speed. And once we saw that change in momentum, we'd like to talk a lot before going out in jams. So we really tried to work on our mental side and really prepare each other to hold that down and really slow it down so we can gain control again.
Okay, well, your defense, of course, allowed you to play as a jammer. Do you like that kind of open field work and just watching your defense?
Oh, yeah, you could say that again. I mean, I was so proud of my team when I had to sit there, that frustrating spot over there at the penalty bench. But just seeing how hard they were really holding it and grinding it down made me feel more confident about getting back out there and trying to get some points again.
Well, congratulations on winning the Most Valuable Player Award for the first game that your team played this weekend. Anything else you'd like to say? Anybody you'd like to say hello to?
I just want to thank everyone who volunteers, officials, non-skating officials, people who support and prop up their skaters. Thank you so much for supporting us. We feel it and we love you for it. And thank you to Philly for being such a wonderful league for me to grow with. And of course, my lovely Travis, I love you. Mwah.
Thank you so much for watching Battle of the All-Stars 2019. We will be back first thing tomorrow with day 2.
All right, kids, with that, we're going to close down the stream for tonight. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. Thanks for joining us and having fun and watching all the Derby. We'll work on the technical side of things. We'll see if we can continue to make that all the better and make it work for you. Until tomorrow, thanks again. We'll see you bright and early, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. We'll be on.